In the heart of Kenya, surrounded by green valleys and wide rivers, there was once a village called Kijani. The people of Kijani were known everywhere for their goodness. They were generous to strangers, hardworking in their farms, and peaceful in their ways. Their king, Jabari, was loved not just by his people, but also by neighboring lands. He was just, wise, and kind. A leader who placed his people above himself. Under his reign, the village flourished with peace and prosperity. But Kijani carried a dark mystery. For 30 years, the land blossomed. Rain fell in due season. Crops flourished, and the people rejoiced. Yet, after those 30 years of peace, another 30 years would come. Years filled with pain, terror, and blood. In those years of darkness, a beast rose from the forest. At sunset, the villagers locked themselves indoors. No one dared step out after 7 o'clock in the evening. Visitors who did not know the secret often fell victim. Tourists, traders, or wanderers, none escaped from the wrath of the beast. The chiefs met in council, their voices heavy with sorrow. They agreed that if strangers must die, so that their people might live, then so be it. But not all the chiefs agreed. Some said, "This is not the way of justice, oh. There must be another path." King Jabari himself wept for his people. He could not bear to see the land he loved lived in fear. So he summoned the bravest hunters of Kijani. These were men who had faced lions and lived to tell their tale. They entered the forest armed with spears, bows, and courage. But when they returned, their eyes were filled with fear. Some were badly wounded. Some never returned at all. One hunter, trembling, told the council, this beast is not like any other. It carries a dark spirit. When it draws near you, your strength leaves you. Your courage flees. All you need to do is run. The king listened in sorrow. Messengers were sent to neighboring villages, calling for hunters from afar. Men of fame and renown answered the call, boasting that they could rid Kijani of its terror. But one by one, they too fell. The few who survived swore never to return. One survivor, tall and scared, said to the king, Your Majesty, this is not an ordinary beast. I believe it is the gods themselves punishing Kijani in the form of a monster. Stop sending men to die. Offer sacrifices, for no spear or arrow can defeat the gods. Fear spread through the village. Perhaps he was right. But Chief Barasa, the oldest of the elders, stood and said, "No, the gods protect the innocent. This is no punishment from above. There is something we do not know yet. Until we find the truth, the attacks will never end." The people were divided. Some believed the gods were angry. Others believed the hidden mystery was at work. And then something happened. A stranger entered Kijani. His name was Kamal, a hunter whose reputation stretched across Kenya. He was strong, fearless, and had never lost to any beast. When the villagers saw him, hope returned to their hearts. King Jabari welcomed him with honor, saying, "If you can rid us of this terror, your name will never die in Kijani." Kamal bowed and replied, "I did not come for honor. I came because no beast should be allowed to rule over me. I will face it, even if it will cost my life." That night, Kamal entered the forest. The moon was bright. The earth turned. Suddenly, from the shadows, the beast appeared. Its eyes glowed like fire. Its growl shook the trees. Kamal stood his ground. The battle began. The beast struck with claws like knife. Kamal dodged and countered with his spear. Blood was drawn on both sides. The beast wounded Kamal's shoulder, but Kamal drove his spear into its leg. The forest shook with the beast's roar before it disappeared into the darkness. Wounded and weary, Kamal staggered into a cave where he treated his wounds. But at that same moment, something strange happened in the palace. King Jabari woke up with a deep wound in his leg, exactly where Kamal's spear had struck the beast. The king himself could not explain it. The palace medicine man treated the wound, and from that night forward, the beast's attack stopped. For the first time in months, the village slept in peace. But Kamal, hidden in the forest, did not know this. He believed the beast was still out there. When his wounds healed, he prepared for another battle. The first night, silence. The second night, silence again. Kamal thought the beast had died of its wound. But on the third night, something happened. As Kamal left his cave, he saw a man walking in the forest, but not as men walk. This man was bent on all fours, his body twisting and changing with every step. Before Kamal's eyes, the man transformed into the beast. Fear gripped the hunter, but courage held him still. He climbed into a tree, waited for his chance, and when the beast turned, he hurled the spear again. The beast roared in pain. The forest trembled, and the villagers in their huts prayed in terror. Kamal leaped down to finish the beast, but when he reached it, he froze. The beast was gone. In its place lay King Jabari, bleeding with the same wound in his leg. Kamal's heart pounded. The noble king? The just ruler? He was the beast? 3 days later, the king was found missing from the palace. On the 4th day, Kamal returned, dragging him in chains. The villagers cried out, "Ah! He has captured our king! Kill him at once!" But Kamal shouted, "Wait, listen to me!" He told them everything: the battle, the wounds, the transformation. The people trembled. And then King Jabari himself, weak and broken, confessed, "My people, I did not know what was happening to me. But when the hunter's spear struck me, memories returned. Flashes of blood and screams. I was the beast, it was me." Panic swept through the palace. Some fled, some wept. "Ah, our king! Ah." The elders consulted the oracle, and the truth was revealed. Long ago, a villager had been wrongly executed for a crime he did not commit. Before he died, he cursed the throne. Every 30 years, the king of Kijani would transform into a beast to torment its own people. The curse had passed from generation to generation until Kamal uncovered it. Sacrifices were made to appease the angry spirits. The curse was broken, and the village of Kijani was free at last. The people sang song of Kamal, the hunter who came as a stranger but saved them all. And so it is said, sometimes the greatest secrets are hidden in the people we trust the most. And sometimes salvation comes from a stranger who dares to face the darkness no one else will. Did you enjoy the story? Kindly share your thoughts in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification button so you don't miss the next video.